Thank you for joining our studio this morning. Nigerians are still in the morning mood. The loss of one of the best keepers, football keepers we have had in the history of Nigeria, the person of Peter Rufai. He was the keeper of 1994 group, the Tunisia 94, tournament was probably the best Nigerians have had, And the funny thing is that the captain to that team, Stephen Keshi, also lost him in 2016.
Yes.
Almost about this time, I think that was June. We say may he so rest in peace. Peter, I don't know if you have a word for Nigerians.
No, Nigeria missed it. I still remember him where US 94, it was exceptional. Mm-hmm. He is a gentleman that will miss. He's a role model for other keepers.
All right.
He's
a gentle guy, very gentle, talks very little. In fact, his nickname Dodo Mayana.
Dodo Mayana.
Nobody will ever forget Nigerians. You want to tell him thank you, but he served his country well. He gave up at 61.
All right. Like I said earlier, may so rest in peace.
Amen.
And may God comfort the living.
Amen.
Right. Back to politics. Amaechi was in the air, talking about the equity to allow the South complete their tenure, even though they are not forcing Asiwaju on Nigerians, that other Southerners can do the job. That he himself, Amaechi, the former Minister of Transport under Buhari himself, that he is putting himself forward and assuring Nigerians openly that he will do one tenure to balance up Asiwaju's tenure, should he be able to win the primaries or should he be nominated by ADC or whatever coalition platform that they may end up using. And Obi has also made this kind of categorical statement. I think that was last week, that in general, he's ready. He said he will even leave 28 May.
No need 29.
Now, he did not say, okay, Jonathan is not here. The only person they are so sure of that he can only do 4 years is Goodluck Jonathan. Now that Goodluck Jonathan is not in the picture, who do you think, putting the antecedents of P2B and antecedents of Amaechi into the fore, who do you think the North will believe would want to do one tenure and leave? Because it's very, very important to the North. A few Northerners, if I must use the word few, who are thinking that the South should complete their tenure, because it's not all Northerners that feel so. Kwankwaso contested in 2023. He didn't think it was the turn of the South. Atiku contested in 2023. He didn't think it was the turn of the South. And these guys had substantial votes. So for a few that felt that it's time of the Southerner, Kingsley, let me start from you. Who do you think will win the vote? Peter Obi or Amaechi?
I think Peter Obi will win the vote. Peter Obi has transcended ethnicity, religion, regionalism, tribalism.
Do you have instances?
Oh, yes. He has gathered around himself, even most of his, for example, Tanko is head of Odiobide, for example, and his acceptance is the Northerner, and the acceptance from everywhere in this country, whether it's Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, just imagine. Peter Obi won in Nasarawa State.
Yeah, won in Plateau.
Peter won in Plateau. Digging deep into
the North.
Do you understand? And I can assure you, as we speak right now, if he's giving that ticket, I never really thought that Amaechi was serious with the candidacy. It's quite surprising to me, though not too surprising, that he's coming to bed.
Peter, just like he said that he didn't think Amaechi he was serious with anything running for 2027. It was almost the same way in 2023. Amaechi jumped in almost the last month.
Yeah.
And he was second, surprisingly, to Asiwaju, who had been preparing for almost all his life to be president.
Our local.
So, our local. So, even Osibanjo, the dust of Osibanjo and the likes, a lot of other people stepped down. But Amaechi was second in APC primaries. Are you thinking that that performance was because there were some Northerners that believe in Amaechi? Also noticing that Amaechi supported Buhari's candidacy. As a matter of fact, Amaechi stood against Jonathan because Amaechi felt, well, that the North is their turn, in addition to their fracas they had with the president's wife and all that. But Amaechi clearly supported Buhari, no matter the reason for doing that. And during his tenure as a minister, people also felt he was the one that was doing this railway. Nigeria said it was a railway to nowhere, but in the railway to Matadi and all the roads to Matadi and all the likes. So he has this northern support, and that was why he was able to do that well.
Amaechi is a very qualified Nigerian. He has been a member of the House, State House. He's been governor for 8 years.
He was a speaker, actually.
He was governor for 8 years, a minister for 8 years. Shows he's qualified to be Nigerian president. The same will be said about Obi. But what not should look at is not just who they want, it's who that can win the election. It's beyond that we like Kingsley more than you. No, it's beyond that. Can you deliver this mandate? What they want is for us, for Nigerians to move from APC to whoever that will rescue Nigeria. Look at Amaechi. Does he have organic followers?
No, not issue of follower. We're talking about who we did not trust.
Okay,
in 2031, the person will leave.
We can't even trust somebody who cannot deliver it.
Yes.
It makes no sense.
Yes.
You have to trust somebody that will deliver the mandate.
Yes.
What you want?
I'm coming. Putting delivery behind you. Putting delivery behind you, if you put it in the form of in the face of the northern people, who do they trust that by 2031 the person will leave office?
No, we can't put delivery behind us. Because El-Rufai said we must look at who can win.
That is for 2027.
That's what we're saying.
No, I'm saying 2031, a southern candidate becoming a president, who will not trust that when you serve one tenure that you will leave?
No, right now I'm getting it. Yeah. 2027 is in perspective.
Yes.
That's what we are looking at.
Yeah, by 2031, if you win in 2027 and you serve one term in 2030.
Of course, they will trust Peter Obi more to leave by 2031 because you see, to a large extent, I mean, he has been in that clique of those people that have governed and have held their credibility. I don't know if you understand. Okay. He has only been a governor for 8 years, in Anambra State. Yeah. But people like Amaechi has been like of the old stock. Do you understand? Speaker, 8 years. Governor, 8 years. Minister, 8 years. How many years is that? That's 24 years. What's the change that we have seen with him and through him? But we have seen changes in Anambra that we can document and say, this is what Peter Obi has done. And he has also connected with everybody in the whole country. So he will be more trusted to live in 2031. And he has also told us, to him, it's not about power grabbing. It's about making Nigeria a better nation.
It's about making Nigeria a better nation. Yes. Now, if you really look at Peter Obi and Amaechi and looking at organic followership, Amaechi was not in the last general election. In the primaries, he beat many people except Asiwaju. We were not able to judge his organic followership, when it comes to 2027. That is why I'm putting that aside, because you really can't compare the two. If he was on the general election, then you would have also known his performance. After all, the ADC they are talking about, and most people didn't know that the ADC candidate was the fifth. People didn't know. Just right fifth. No, they know it's a fifth. Just right behind Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso was also a distant fourth.
Well, the distant fifth that you're talking about, we need to know the figures.
Yeah, I know.
The distant fifth could have been 20.
Wait, we are too quick to forget these things. It's sad. Most Southerners are not even forgetting what the role Amaechi played in Jonathan's defeat. It's still very fresh in the South.
Okay, then
it will come to
so
play.
Now do the reverse, Peter. Do the reverse psychology. If he could do that, against the South where he is from, in support of the North, which he claimed yesterday that one of the reasons for doing that was because he felt it was the turn of the North. And he felt that if Jonathan had continued a second term as against the agreement of serving for only one term, the North would have reacted. So for a man who stood for that, don't you think it could help sell him to the North that, oh, if this man becomes president, he will be able to live after 4 years, having fought for that same cause?
For me, it shows that
We're just being objective.
No, yes, for me, it shows a man that cannot be trusted. This a man that craves for power. He knows the benefit of what he did, and he gained it. So what's guaranteed that if he goes there, he will not truncate the arrangement? So it is both ways. For me, I think Obi is one they should trust. Apart from even living, you have to win the election first before talk about living. You have to win. For them to achieve what they intend to achieve, they must take a candidate that can deliver a sellable, both South and North.
We're not talking about it.
But Amaechi was fighting for his life as governor of Rivers State.
Yeah.
In his last tenure.
Okay.
If he goes down and Jonathan comes back, he's gone. He's gone on all fronts.
Yeah.
Now he knew and calculated politically where power can shift to, and he will be safe. And he was safe. He threw his life on it, and that's what he got.
All right. Now that Amaechi has clearly declared, is because, like you said, most people thought he was in the coalition to probably help any candidate. Now that he has declared that he's ready to run, and he will run for 4 years, and also said very clearly that this ticket should be given to a Southerner. So it is now on Nigerians, especially the Northern people, to see between P2B and Amaechi who they can trust that after serving 4 years, he will leave the office. This is still News Insights. We'll be right back.